and they think that they can counter everything, so they just chill. Well, the spell cannot be countered. Over. This will be a problem. Nope. Nope. Oh, they played it because it's highlighted. And this card actually destroys this whole deck. Choose options. I mean, we will take all of them. Artifact, player, and we gain for life. Man, this was the best frillback of my whole life. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today Golgari deck that ranked as the top spot in recent tournament, beating close to 100 players, and I have to say, after trying this deck, I'm incredibly surprised. This deck performed perfectly. I actually ranked like crazy with this one, and we'll show you the stats in the outro. And Thrun, Breaker of Silence, is the card that completely destroys some of the decks. You will see it in the videos, and they literally have nothing to do against this card. It just keeps hitting them every turn until they die. On top of this, we have basically the classics with the Pulse, all the removal, the classics, but also Preacher together with Sentinel. So our 3-drops are incredibly powerful, and we can ramp into them with Llanowar Elves. So this is very quick, like mid-range deck, and with Geek's Command and Sheoldred, you actually have pretty strong, mid-late game, because you can get all those cards. Geek's Command trades 3 for 1, and with Sheoldred, if your opponent doesn't have removal, they are basically dead. And Preacher can draw enough cards, so you can finish the game, basically. So the deck is very fun, very interesting, and we'll talk about it more in the outro. So for now, I hope you will like it. Let's go to the games and have some fun. Alright, we're going first, and I mean, this is a draw, man. This is the type of draw I absolutely love. We have removal, we have good curve, and we have even Thrun, Breaker of Silence. And we have a blue deck, so that will definitely work nicely. Alright. Do we go for removal, or we... Well, I don't think we can draw cards here. It will be so slow. If we pass the... I think we go with Anoint, honestly, because the next play is super good for us. Preacher of the Schism is absolutely amazing, and I don't think they will go for the map token. It's so obvious that we have something, but they went greedy. I hoped for it, but I didn't assume that we will actually get this. that was the perfect decision. Now we go Preacher, they don't have 2 mana, so they cannot remove it, and they cannot counter it. If they want to answer this, they need full turn right now. So, yeah, man, they got absolutely punished with this removal. I don't think Preacher will attack, but, one can hope. That would be perfect. We would get the token, we would get the card. So let's try, please. Very pretty, please. As expected, instantly dead. Instantly dead. I mean, this could be the turn for Dreadknight. Yeah, let's go, because we need land for Thrun, and this could be super good for the next turn. Yeah, I think this is a good play. Tear Asunder will be pretty expensive, but it will find the target. So this cannot be countered, and they don't have green spells. Man, this will be a problem for them, like actual problem. And they think that they can counter everything, so they just chill. Well, the spell cannot be countered. Oh man, I think I've used Thrun, Breaker of Silence like this first time in my life. Even my opponent needs to read this card. When this hits the spot just absolutely perfectly. I couldn't hope for a better, showcase of this card. And here's your honk for the day. However, the game is still not over. This will be a problem. Nope. Nope. Oh, they played it because it's highlighted. Because they can play the card, but they... Wait. Can be the target of non-green spells. Or abilities. Yep, this is of course the ability. So it was highlighted, contrary to their other... Man, our opponent is completely melting over this card. So basically, they cannot cast removal because there's only one creature and it cannot be targeted by them. But Nowhere to Run was highlighted, so they thought, well, maybe it will work and kill it. Well, no. No. It's not hexproof, it just cannot be targeted. So, yeah. Yeah, because we don't have hexproof, and it's not ward. It's just a different ability that happens to be exactly the same. Not really the wording, right? Man, our opponent completely melted over this card. I think they have no plan. They don't know what to do. This is so fun. They will play it again. That's the strategy. Alright, jokes aside, we still have a game to win. So we will play the Dreadknight. I would love to go for the Sentinel. Let's go for the Sentinel first. By the way, this is an enchantment, so we can Tear Asunder it pretty easily. They have removal, but they need cut down on top of this. So I'll take it. And do we Tear Asunder here? I will definitely go for this. We want to pump it so it deals as much damage as possible every turn, or at least we draw a card. Okay, this is pretty decent land. Alright, let's attack. We still have Tear Asunder in case they, flashback something that can double block this or something. Alright, and I still think we go with the Dreadknight and try to take over the game. Right now we are the aggressor with Thrun. We can pierce through their defenses pretty easily. I hope. They might have Curiosity and draw some cards, but I think we can fight it. I hope. And this exile so we can then hit it. Alright, they will bounce it, trying to buy time. That's why we are going wide, so they can bounce one creature, but the rest still hits their face. I tell you, our opponent completely melted in this game. They don't know what to do. They literally cannot target with any spell in the deck, I think. Here's the Dreadknight. Alright, so we will draw cards on the next turn. Yeah, I think they literally have no counterplay to this. They will just die to this. They need to double block, but we have removal, so we will just remove the Fear of Isolation. Yep, 2 damage acquired. And I have to say, this card just absolutely surprised me. This is so powerful. Let's just hit. And I'm not attacking yet with Foundry and Cottage, because we have so many things to play it, so we can go even wider. You basically activate the manlands when you are sure that you don't have anything else to play and you just go all in then on this huge turn. Sure. So we can now replay it and get the map token. And they cannot really kill anything anyway. So as you can see, they are basically buying time, but they are not buying too much. And with all this mana, we can just go a little bit crazy. I'm not playing Sherry because one of those cards can be a counter spell. And I won't Tear Asunder anyway, in case something goes wrong. Yep. Alright. Let's see. They have 2 turns before Thrun kills them. I don't think they can get out of this. Is that the moment already? No, we want to interrupt it. Yeah, we don't really care about this damage because they are never killing us. Like, they have absolutely zero pressure. So now I will go for the throat. If they want to bounce something, they need to do it now. That also means we can attack easier. Alright, and when we untap, we should get some nice value. Alright, we go Mishra's Foundry. And I think this might be the turn. We're not going super all-in, we'll just go a little bit all-in. So we can go for the map token here. Yeah, and we hold 2 mana for the Dreadknight, I think. Oh, nice. Alright, let's go. This is lethal damage, so we force a reaction. Of course, they have nowhere to run. And I wonder if they didn't play it too late. Because this is attacking Assembly Worker. If they did it before combat phase, we wouldn't be able to do it. And that's a 4/4 right now. So it doesn't die. So on this turn it's still not lethal, but on the next turn we have double Foundry, so it will be very easy to close the game. I think our opponent will remember this game forever. Alright, let's see this hand. I mean, we have a little bit of everything. With Dreadknight you always feel super confident because you know you will get so many cards over the course of game. Here's the Scavenger. Alright. Unfortunately, we are kinda prepared. I mean, let's kill it. The problem is that the next creature will go uncontested, so that might be a problem. I hope it's not like... Alright, that's fine, that's fine. I think we go for the land. Honestly. We don't need double green. Alright. Now let's go for the Foundry, and we can draw cards. Cards are kinda important because, as you can see, they are trying to get rid of, you know, our card advantage. Dreadknight really helps with this, especially it's so bad to be bounced, because then you get the full value again. So they invested whole turn basically to get rid of this card that we got from the Dreadknight, so that's really nice for us. At some point we'll probably Geeks I really want to get to 5 mana and protect Geeks Command. Because that might be a full sweeper. And let's get rid of this one because we are already after 3 lands. Alright. Or not. Let's go like this. I need to take 1 turn off, and I want to make sure that on the next turn we can Geeks Command. Especially if they play more, you know, tutus or small creatures. I don't want to get rid of Tear Asunder. It's such a good card, but we might be forced to. Honestly, I would like them to kill this, so I can draw more cards, but they probably won't. Alright, man, we are at 14? How? Like, they never hit us with anything. Oh man, those nightmares are draining like crazy. Alright, they hit again. Yeah, we have to go for Geeks Command. And that means we have to discard Tear Asunder. I could risk that maybe a land is on top, but if there is no land, like, this is so bad for us. Alright, and it wouldn't be a land. We don't have creatures. So I guess we just pump the Dreadknight. It's honestly not the worst. No, my friend. No, my friend. We need to analyze every single case, just for you. So... I think we sweep the board here, because this is such a good deal. Basically, we get full board advantage on a single turn, and with Frillback maybe we can hit something unless they bounce the Nightmare again. We also have Mishra's Foundry, but probably with Dreadknight it's not enough to win the game. Alright, already bounced, but that means more cards. Frillback is absolutely amazing, but I think in this case Dreadknight is just more cards. Not the best draw, not the best draw, but at least it's something. Okay, this is way better. I think we keep Elves as protection for Shelly, because Sheoldred is insanely good card here. If it sticks, it wins the game, and Nowhere to Run won't kill it easily. Like, they need to bounce it on the same turn and double play it. Alright. I really hope they're running short on, you know, interruptions, because we don't have too much. Oh, this is nice. Alright, I attack, and we will see if there's reaction. And I think I will still keep the Elves, because with Nightmare they can always discard your cards very easily. Alright. Equal. And now we will try to be ahead. They might bounce it one more time, but hopefully they cannot do it twice. I really want Geeks Command. Nowhere to Run, sure. I think they have 2 of them. But that's nice. That means Geeks Command will hit very nicely. And we can get Frillback back. Man, this... Like, we're slowly getting super ahead against them. 1 damage, sure. Oh, this is so nice, but I'm not sure if it's even worth it here. I think we go like this. Like, come on, this is such a good value. We get both creatures, we got 3 for 1 here, and our opponent maybe needed to take more time on their turns. And those Geeks commands are hitting super hard. This will be Elves, that's why we kept it. And with Frillback we can life gain a lot. Alright, they're going for it. Trying to remove the Dreadknight. They know about Shelly, so this is interesting. That would suggest they have double Nowhere to Run again. Double Nowhere to Run. And then they need to cast it instantly? I'll take it. So first we of course attack. And we see if they want to try it. I don't think they will. Oh, that's actually perfect for us. Don't forget, we just have more value. Even if those two cards are nowhere to run, that means they trade 2 cards for Shelly and they are in full top deck, and we have 3 extra cards on top of this. I will just play it. As long as they cannot kill it at the end step, we don't care. So basically with this play, you waste this 2 mana and then force them, even with perfect draw, to invest 4 mana to cards just to answer it. So basically it's like 6 mana to answer it. So even if they have perfect, solution to the problem, it still puts them behind. Yep. And if they don't have solution, they instantly lose. That's a good choice. That's a good choice. Alright, so I guess they can tap, and that's it. That means we pulse it. And they will lose very quickly. Yeah, I want to get rid of Kaita while we can. And let's go with the Dreadknight. Cause why not? Cause why not? With life gain, we get more value, and our opponent still needs to draw cards. So they need to literally get something to bounce Nowhere to Run, or another, Nowhere to Run. And I think they are completely dead here. Alright, even if they bounce it, we just replay it on the next turn. Can we kill them? I think we don't have enough. We can force a block, so that's something. That is something. And they don't have instants or sorceries. This is interesting. So how can we close it the easiest? They need to place... They will bounce Talent probably. Or maybe they will bounce Nowhere to Run, so they can kill Shelly on the next turn. I think that's the play. Yeah, I think we just go with this. That allows us to play Dreadknight, force a block. They really want to win this, but they really want. That's the cool part. So let's go for Kaito. It doesn't really matter. They don't have a way to bounce any of this from the graveyard. I mean, this is probably a force block. And then we'll play Dreadknight, so we can force even more, answers from our opponent on the next turn. When they're on the ropes, you need to pressure them as hard as possible. It definitely feels like our opponent will rope us. Like, it feels like the type. So we will cut the video. Alright, so as expected, our opponent absolutely roped everything from start to finish. And as you can see, they are not in such a hurry. When it's about their plays. They only care about other plays. So we will take our win. Our opponent was 100% dead and they had no way out basically. And yeah, that's it. Alright, so our opponent is Seeding of Hope. This is interesting. Oh, so let's grow. Alright. So we are prepared with a lot of removal, but we don't have, third mana. So that might be a little bit scary. They will absolutely hit some... No way. No way. Alright, I have to say this is incredibly unlucky for our opponent, because this deck has so many targets for this that is actually incredibly hard to miss. Alright, I usually don't feel for my aggro opponents, but our opponent should absolutely get this value. But now we are prepared with some go for the throats. And we do it first in case they draw something. We still have to try, even if they have some protection spells. But we do it now so they don't draw, another card, which could be the protection spell. Alright. That was also the reason why we didn't play Cottage, because I knew that we already need to start removing stuff. For the same reason, we also don't play Elves here. Seed of Hope, sure. Oh, Ran. Oh, this will hurt. At least we have the pulse for this. Alright, they are not playing it. They greedy. What? It's an artifact. No, not the artifact. Alright, so what do I think this is the turn. We go for Sentinel. Because on this turn we can finally develop the board, which means Ren will actually be way weaker, and then we can try to go for the pulse. Especially that they run 4 of those, so maybe they play another one. And the go for the throat whiff absolutely surprised me here. I forgot it's an artifact. Alright. Alright, they already used double breakout, so probably fear of missing out won't get hasted, because that's the main play. They try to fish for fear of missing out and they instantly get 2 turns basically. Alright, good for them, good for them. Of course we cannot block here. And the Frillback can be super nice here. Do we go for it already? We need a lot of green mana here. Oh, this is an artifact. Alright, absolutely, absolutely. So we go like this. And now we go for triple play, I think. Yep. And this card actually destroys this whole deck. So, choose options. I mean, we will take all of them. Artifact, player, and we gain for life. Man, this was the best Frillback of my whole life. This was not even... Oh my god, like, this card just hit the spot perfectly. Oh man, without this Frillback, we would be in some trouble. Alright, another fear of missing out. We also have Geeks command, but let's see what the next plays. They probably play something else. Alright, alright. I would love to get rid of this with Geeks command. How do we do it? I could go for the throat into pulse. It's honestly not the worst. I could also destroy all creatures and force them to sacrifice this, but I don't think... I think this is honestly the best play. As long as we keep the board clear, we should be pretty fine. And we also go for the map token. We go on Frillback so we can deal some extra damage and try to be aggressive. This is perfect card, so we'll take it. And now we don't care about Ren, because we have enough pressure that we don't need removal. We just, you know, kill it if they play it. And I think they're close to scooping. This is probably their last turn of, like, meaningful plays. If we can answer it, that should be it. I think we can even pump Frillback with Geeks command, force them to sacrifice something and reverse the game. They probably don't have the answer for it. Yeah, oh man. Yeah, I think this is the play. I think this is best. So, we put this and we force them to sacrifice. That gives us so much lifelink that they will probably scoop soon. Yep, and now we are basically even with life total. We have board advantage and we have already removal and also Dreadknight to draw cards. So I mean, we have literally everything, so I think this might be last turn? I wonder if they will scoop or try to play 1 or 2 more turns. Alright, here's the Ren hitting our face.
Touch every world.
But I guess they can start sacrificing clans every turn, so they can hit face, then sacrifice the Verge to block Frillback. Maybe that's the play? Maybe that's the play. We could go for the Cottage too, but it's not the play for this turn. So let's go with Frillback and see if they sacrifice a land. Yep. I think they will keep doing it. Maybe they try to go for Ultimate or something. But we have so much pressure that I don't think it will work out. This deck doesn't have any kind of sweepers or, you know, anything to get back from behind, because they assume they are never behind. So when we have this white board, they just cannot overwhelm it. And now we have Death Toucher as well that draws cards or creates creatures. Alright, this will be a huge creature, not gonna lie. They have already 6. I mean, we can just trade Death Toucher against this. This is a 3-drop. I'm not sure if this attack was correct. Because of the Death Touch, they lost the land. And now we have this for this, and then we can kill Ren. So they kinda lost everything here. Nice. Alright, our opponent goes first, and I mean, we have pretty good hand. We have a lot of early game. And we should be able to start pretty strong. And of course we want to go into Preacher because we probably need to draw some cards here. Let's see the matchup. Huh, this is interesting. Let's see. This should be the Awakening combo, right? Alright, so we need to go really quickly and really hard. Sure, that can really shut them down because they are doing so many cards. But let's see what they will do on this turn. They can hold the counter spell maybe. Alright. Can we play Shelly? I mean, we know about counter spell. I think we have to play Mishra's Foundry. We go with this one so we can start dealing some damage. And I mean, we need to kinda give up this play, I think. I could try to keep the elves in case we draw something. You know what, I will try it. I will try it, because we are getting very good value here. We get the token, we get the card. I hoped for something that we can play on this turn, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. I really hoped for, you know, some trade-up. Alright, so we have the Pulse. This can be something. The problem is that they might hold this counter spell all the time, but fortunately Preacher of the Schism is super pressuring them. I really want to play Sheoldred, but we only have 2 if I recall in the deck, so we cannot get it countered. I hope on the next turn, I think they will start playing more aggressively, but we'll see, we'll see. Maybe. We can even attack with Mishra's Foundry. I mean, let's go. How much mana do I need? Huh. How aggressive do we go? Right, I think we actually go like this. We attack with everything. Man, I could go for the Painlands, right? Man, I should play the Painland maybe. But it's fine. Because then we would have the same amount of life as our opponent. Pulse is definitely not what we wanted here. And now we will cast Sheoldred, because I think that, yeah, the pressure is good enough. As you can see, now they are starting to tap. So they will get Surveil. And now we start. Alright, that was a good call. Damage, sure. We don't deal too much damage yet. But with this, it should change. I hope they don't have another counter spell. I think they only play those riddles, because this is also, you know, a kind of tutor. And the damage starts. They will probably answer Shelly, but it will take, you know, some from them. Alright, alright, alright. I think we need to be super aggressive with those Foundries. Let's go. And do we attack with Sheoldred? I think they have another Disperser. I know this is weird. I know this is weird. But here, okay, let's attack with everything, I guess. Because I hoped that they will bounce something else, but I guess then we are losing some damage, so it's not worth it in the end, probably. I think they have another Disperser, so they get discount when we attack with something, and they want to hit Sheoldred anyway. But they probably don't have too much. Sure, and we can go for this one. Because it's still Sheoldred that they want to bounce, unless they have 2 different spells. And you can see the damage stacks super easy. Alright, I think they are dead. So they are holding mana, but then they don't make any progress. Yeah. I mean, Fear it kills them. Because they were this close to getting the combo. They already have Awakening probably in the hand. But I don't see anything in the graveyard to reanimate. So they needed probably one more turn. Yeah, this is upkeep, because when they draw this card, they die. And that's why it was so important to go Shelly in the key moment. Alright, so we are going first with basically double Sheoldred plan, and I think this could work pretty nicely, especially with the Pulse. Pulse hits so many things right now. This card is absolutely amazing. So let's go with Elves. We'll still lose basically turn 3 unless we draw something, so that's not perfect. But maybe we can recover. Oh, they have something? Scavenger. Oh boy, I guess we kill it. I guess we actually kill it. The faster, the better. Because we don't have any other place, and we just want to go Shelly into probably Shelly later. So let's see what they have. Hopefully no more creatures, but well, they have another scavenger, and now they can pump it with something red. This is the draw. Fortunately we have Shelly, and that's the main hope. I really hope they don't have Shelter by Ghost, because then they can remove Shelly and just swing, and probably Monstrous Rage on top of this. So that will make it way harder. But so far so good. Let's see this turn. This turn will be super important. Just go face, sure. I think they have Monstrous Rage, because they thought about something on 1 red mana. Yep. But against Sheoldred it won't work perfectly. If we can draw removal from the top, that would make things so much easier. Or especially Geeks Command. Man, we can literally cast Geeks Command on the next turn. Alright. This is a good draw. So I think we actually don't attack with Elves, just to have something for Menace. Because they can give Menace to Scavenger. And we'll try to raise them. Who knows, maybe it will work. You know, just racing mono red. What can go wrong? But Preacher is such a great card because of the Death Touch. Like, it always trades against something. Alright, down to 2 cards. We know about the Rukus. And I think we might actually try to double block this. Right? What can they do? They don't have Indestructible. I will try it. Maybe this is a mistake, but I will try it. I want to see the combat trick. The combat trick is to lose creature everything. Alright, drawing cards. We absolutely love it. Don't forget to, in order to use Shelter by Ghost, they need to have a creature. So if they don't have creatures, now they need to draw basically 2 different things. And they cannot. Man, that was the mono red attack if I've ever seen one. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed today's games and learned to appreciate Thrun, Breaker of Silence, and how incredibly powerful this card can be in the right matchup. I mean, I kinda forgot about it, but it literally destroys some of the decks, like they have literally no answer in the whole deck. So that's kinda hilarious when you think about it, and the rest of the deck seems to be performing really nicely overall. And we won't go for huge anticipation. I will give you the stats right now, after we thank our patrons, because thanks to them we can all enjoy this content. So really thank you guys. If you want to join Patreon, check out the site, there are some cool perks, and let's get down to business. We went 5-0. I literally won all of the games with this deck, and I didn't expect, I hoped for like some 60-50% win rate, but it felt that every game was just really good for us. We had removal early game. I have to say, Preacher and Sentinel are absolute powerhouse for the mid game, and Sheoldred is super important for this deck. This is one of the best ways to close the game, like instantly. And with Geeks Command, I actually have more copies of Sheoldred than you think in this deck. And of course, Llanowar Elves really help. If you can ramp on the play with Elves into Sentinel on turn 2, man, you are getting insane advantage. And that also means your opponent cannot attack you because of Vigilance. So you get a very good opening on board. And with those map tokens, if you hit right, you can grow it to 4, 5, 5, 6, and suddenly your opponent cannot easily attack, or they need to trade creatures into this. And Pulse proves once again to be amazing. I cannot believe we actually have 1 Frillback and it hit like it did against the girl, but you can see the power of this card as well. So everything in this deck seems to be right. It worked out perfectly for me. And what more to say? I hope it will be the same for you. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate you. So thank you and see you tomorrow.
With